By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to stop starting over, stop falling off, and stop failing at your goals. I went from writing the same type of goals every single year, having not accomplished them, to finally accomplishing them and knowing exactly how to be consistent, self-disciplined, and achieve what it is that I want for myself. So what's the right mindset, strategies, and systems to actually do that? That's exactly what I'm sharing with you today, and it's so simple, you're going to never look back and feel how I feel. I spent hours planning, filming, and editing this video so that it could be everything that you need and more. So make sure you hit that like button if this resonates, comment down below if this video did, and hit the subscribe button so that you can be on this journey with me and the rest of this community. Oh, and by the way, my name is Jessie Milani. Before we get into how to set goals that you can actually achieve, you need to first understand why so many of us kept falling off in the first place. You get inspired, you get motivated, you feel it in your gut. This time is different from all those other times. And so you write all of your goals down. You create a whole new routine for yourself, a new schedule, and then you start showing up. You start putting in the work and you're like, wow, look at me, like I'm really doing it. And now everything just fell off. Like what happened? So you get distracted, life happens, you start to lose momentum, and next thing you know, you are right back where you started. So the problem is majority of us were never taught how to reach goals, or a lot of us just think we know how to reach goals and we really and truly don't. So now we're in part 2, the breakthrough, and this is about simplifying your goals and breaking them down. So this chapter is loaded with gems that you're not going to want to skip through, especially if you are actually serious about achieving your goals this year. So what if I told you the system that I'm about to show you is so simple, you're going to be like, I'm never going to set goals the same way. So this chapter, 3 easy steps. 1, mindset. 2, plan. 3, action. People fail at achieving their goals because they make them extremely overwhelming and very vague. Do you know how many of us are perfectionists? Like, drop down perfectionist with the little hand emoji in the comments if this is you. Because we think that we have to make such massive goals in order to achieve success, and perfectionism and being perfect actually kills progress. And then trying to do everything at once becomes overwhelming and it makes us want to quit. So in order for this to help you, we need to get to the bottom of how you perceive yourself, your actions, and progress. So this first one is we're going to focus on identity over results. So instead of just obsessing over the outcomes and getting there, start to obsess over the new person that you are stepping into. You have a completely new identity now. When you are ready to achieve your goals for once and for all, it's going to call an identity shift. You're going to become the type of person who achieves their goals rather than obsessing over the outcome itself. So you're not someone who is trying to lose weight, gain weight, tone up. You're someone who loves their body, and somebody that loves their body takes care of their body. They go to the gym, they eat healthy, yummy meals, they work out. You're not someone who's trying to make more money. You're someone who has a healthy relationship with money. You are conscious about your finances, you're financially literate, and you know how important it is to show up for your career because it means achieving the lifestyle that it is that you want. So this approach works completely different than your old approaches that weren't working because it's rooted in identity and not on outcomes. You now know I am this person, so I show up like that. When you identify as someone who is inconsistent, how do you show up? As someone that's inconsistent. So if you think these things about yourself, isn't that how you show up in the world? And what about the things that you do not think that you are? Don't you not show up like that? So try to be a little bit more conscious and present with the things that you're saying about yourself because the tongue is so powerful. So I want you to ask yourself this: who do I want to be? What does that version of me do every day? And then start showing up like them. All right, are you ready for this next one? I hope you have your journal out, by the way, taking some notes. So this next one is progress over perfection. So this is all about celebrating small wins, celebrating small progress day by day. A lot of you have probably heard about the book Atomic Habits, but it talks about how once you are 1% better every single day, by the end of the year, you will be 37% better than the year year before. So I would definitely spend some time trying to reprogram how you perceive progress. The next one is focus on the feeling of showing up. So think about the feeling of checking off something from your list that you said you were going to do, or keeping a promise to yourself, or feeling like you're inching closer and closer to your dream self. The next tip is reframe failure as feedback. So every time you stumble or maybe you fall off just a teensy bit, the shift is going to be doing weekly, mid-month, end-of-month check-ins, or whatever frequency is best for you to see, okay, how is my progress actually being successful, and where are the gray areas so where I need to adjust how I'm doing things. You don't lose when you fail, you lose when you stop. Every setback is just feedback as to how you can move forward in a better way that's sustainable for you. The next one is detach from instant gratification. The universe has a delay and you just have to trust in timing. I don't want my timing because my timing has never been nearly as divine as God's. Be at peace knowing that even if it doesn't happen on this day at this time, that it's still going to happen. So you have to keep on going and just know that there is a delay and there is a power higher than you that is making all of the things line up perfectly. Life is bigger than just you, okay? So your timing is matched up with so many other people's timing because you never know who's watching you. You never know who's going to be put in position to see you and to make whatever it is that you are wishing like somebody could come into your life and make happen to help assist you on your journey. Ooh, felt that one in my soul. And the next one, which I will repeat until I'm blue in the face, is make it non-negotiable. So you want to treat your goals like responsibilities. Like no matter what, you have to do this. This is only going to help you with your goals like more because you're going to keep taking the same neural pathways every single day, which is what creates habits. So it's the brain's way of doing things on autopilot. Okay, so now we're on step 2. It is to plan and pick one big goal per area of your life and make quarterly goals. We all have an ideal lifestyle in our mind's eye, right? We want to feel fulfilled and we want to feel like our life aligns with all that we desire and our values. 12 months in a year makes 4 quarters in a year, which means 3 months per quarter, which is the best amount of time to focus on one thing so that when the year comes to an end, you could look back and be like, wow, I poured into my mental, emotional, and spiritual self. I poured into my physical self. I had a glow up. I'm reading off my notes. I focus on my finances. Now the money is looking real cute in the bank account and a social life, my relationships, business, love. Literally, you can achieve all of that in 1 year, in 12 months. And of course, less time than that. But this is about getting ahead of your year. All right. And even it doesn't matter when you're watching this. It really doesn't. You can achieve this quarter by quarter and adjust this to fit to what it is that you want in your set time frame, depending on when you find this video. If you are still with me, hit that like button so I know. And if you are just loving the vibe with your girl, you can click subscribe. So if there are 4 quarters and we break down each of these things over the course of 12 months in a year, we can first focus on, in my opinion, your mental, emotional, and spiritual self. Because I feel like not until we pour into this us from the inside will our outside world then reflect everything from internal. Some people might want to start with a physical glow up because when you look good, you feel good, and that works too, baby. This is your world. I'm just in it. In this quarter, let it be all about confidence, self-love, personal growth, deepening your connection with your spiritual self, your higher self, with God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, because we welcome all beliefs here. This period's about feeling secure, proud, and happy with who you are, loving yourself, accepting yourself, and how you have been born into this world. and just reaching your highest potential mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Then if you're working on your physical glow up over the course of 3 months, or if you're sprinkling that into what we just talked about, it's going to be about improving your health and just getting your dream body, really getting into how you carry yourself as a woman with your looks, your fashions, your beauty, how you take care of your skin, your hair, how you do your makeup. And so in the next video, by the way, we're getting all into how to start your glow up journey for 2025. So make sure you watch that. If it's up, it's right here. So make sure you watch that because that is the ultimate guide to your glow up era, okay? Like, I'm getting deep into how you're gonna do that this 2025. And then the other type of quarter focus is your finances. So it could be financial freedom, getting into different side hustles, making investments, limiting your spending, and just becoming financially literate, and or making it about a career or job. So landing a fulfilling, high-paying type of job, succeeding in entrepreneurship, starting your business. It could even be a living situation, so securing a new apartment, a home, trying to save up for one, or it can be relocation, like moving out of your hometown to a new city, out the state, out the country even. And so I think that is so exciting. Like, I'm not gonna spill the beans on which quarter this is my focus for, but if you know me and everywhere that I've been on my journey, like, this is something that's gonna be really exciting. Like, I can't wait to move and get in my bag like never before, okay? Because we're going to. And then another quarter focus is social, so relationships, building those girl friendships, girlhood, okay? Finding your tribe, getting intentional about where you're spending your time so that you can even find them. Or love, starting dating again, really like indulging in how to date and how to find the right partner actually, instead of, again, going through our same old habits of what we do and not spending time to intentionally learn how to be better and attract better, okay? Because all of this is very important. We're not recycling old relationships. Maybe you want to start a family, you have family goals and stuff. Even if it's not a family that you make, from your own body or have come from, you might want to focus on creating your own family at this time, whether it's one that you make with your partner, your lover, or people that you actually seek to fulfill that need in your life. So if I were you, I would look at the calendar, the whole year, and really figure out what makes sense based on timelines and what it's going to take step by step for me to get to this goal that I have for myself. This is what I want you to do today. Ask yourself, if I could focus on one goal in each area, what would excite me the most and make me proud of myself? And how can I make sense looking at the year ahead? So look at the calendar and think, where can I plug in these things? What makes sense based on, spring, summer, fall, and winter? And where I am now and where I will be to be in a position to really be able to focus on those things. I just recommend putting your inner world first, mental, emotional, spiritual, and then going into physical, because I just feel like that combination to then now be pursuing a new move, a career change, like that makes sense in my world, but it may not resonate with yours. And then, when you are just looking good inside, outside, you got this going for you financially, and then you want to mix that social life in there, because let's be honest, the social life costs money. It costs money to be a bad bitch. It costs money to start a business. It costs money to do everything. And so that's why I say these things go first, because really, when we are vibrating at our highest frequency, it's because we feel good internally and externally, and we become a magnet. Like, it's going to become so easy for you. You're going to literally be warping things into your vortex, into your reality, based on the ideal life that it is that you want for yourself, right? Whatever your goal is, I need you to break it down and do it exactly like this. If you want a template on exactly how to do it, babe, I got you for the free. So if I were you, I would take a screenshot and write this down in your journal. So think about what your big goal is. Okay, and then how can we break those down into 3 miniature goals? And then how can we break that down even more? So now you understand that this is my goal. This is the big steps that it's going to take. And these are the small steps that it takes too. And they will all accumulate into helping me reach that. So big goals are just small wins stacked together and they compile into you reaching that. So start with a monthly milestone and then weekly. And finally, daily actions, okay? My big goal, get my dream body, lose 15 pounds for this quarter. And so then the monthly milestone is just to lose 5 pounds. Easy, you could do that. That's a pound a week. And what's the weekly target? Well, I'm gonna work out 4 times a week. I'm gonna move my body for at least 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, get my steps in, drink my water, limit processed foods, limit sugar and soda and eating out. So you've got to figure out what it is that's going to work for you. We can do a completely different another video on a weight loss journey because I'm on mine. The girlies said that they want me to document it, so I'm gonna be doing that on Instagram. Maybe I'm already doing it, depending on when you're watching this. So I want you to spend 5 minutes today to consider your big goals and do exactly this for each of them. And remember, we overwhelmed ourselves in the past for making all these big goals and then just not reaching them, right? So we have to do something different. There's still more to the secret sauce. So daily progress matters because it's not about the big actions that get you there. Daily habits turn into mini wins and it builds momentum. Your momentum is what gives you confidence. And with confidence and momentum, you're just going to feel so motivated naturally and inspired to go after what it is that you want to achieve. It's not going to be something in your journal that just constantly gets written down but is never accomplished like I was doing. And it's going to be something that you actually get to write about how, wow, I'm really making these efforts and it feels so good to be here. Like it's going to feel like a miracle. Shifting your mindset and then simplifying your goals, breaking them down and turning them into quarterly goals is a great start. So how do you stay consistent when life tries to throw you off track? Because challenges will come up. You will start to rush progress sometimes and be like, hey, where are the outcomes? And forget why you even started and how this time is different. It is this step where most people quit. But I'm going to show you exactly how I stopped failing, and I'm going to give you the same system that I used that made it so real for me to say, I will never stop, I will keep going, and I won't fall off ever again, period. So procrastination, perfectionism, and fear of failure will try to sneak into this new you that you are stepping into who is reaching these goals, okay? Because that procrastination is like, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that later. I don't really need to do that right now. No. Perfectionism is like, oh my gosh, I have to start over because I didn't do it day back to back to back. Fear of failure comes up when you are just not trusting yourself because enough time hasn't gone by to show yourself that you do have what it takes to be consistent, because you're not broken, my love. So we have 2 things to cover in this chapter. The first one is making accountability scary, and the second one is tools and systems for you to adopt when it's not scary enough. So it's time to make a deathbed list. So imagine when you are 80, 90, 100 even years old. Think about all of the things that you would regret that you didn't do in this lifetime at the place that you are in right now. You're writing to current you, and you're gonna make a list of all of the opportunities and things that you missed out on because you chose to let perfectionism, fear of failure, and procrastination take over your life and all the other fears. When you actually see the regrets that you will have if you don't show up on paper, you're gonna start to take your life a lot more seriously. Not that life has to be so serious all the time, but it's gonna start to make you feel like, nah, I gotta get to these goals. And then the next exercise that I want you to do is the consequences of inaction. Think about your life in a year. And then think about it in 5 years and 10 years and how it's going to feel if you just don't change and if you stay stuck in the same place of not actually putting in the small efforts every day to reach these goals. And then the third one is the ripple effect. Visualize younger you. Would they be inspired by the current choices that you're making? or motivated, or would they be disappointed? Because they know exactly what it is that you want. They hear you talk about it all the time, think about it, visualize it, write about it, but you're not actually showing up. And it feels disappointing when you really think about it, right? So now think about your loved ones, your friends, your family, your partner, maybe your kids. Do you feel like your efforts are inspiring them, or are they in a way holding them back? They affect the people around us heavily. And sometimes we can become a burden if we don't take care of ourselves. And if we, really want things in our life, when our life doesn't feel happy and exciting and fulfilling, then that can translate into our relationships. We become major projectors and we're just angry and irritable and unhappy, and then that messes with our relationships. Imagine how you can enjoy time with your loved ones differently when you show up for your dream self and you have that dream lifestyle. Now you have the money to really spend time and enjoy it with your loved ones, So when you start to see how high the cost of procrastination is, you're gonna start to be like, there is no other choice than to start taking action. Staying consistent then becomes non-negotiable for you. But without a system, your mindset shift might not last. All right, so let's get into these systems and accountability tools. We first have the 2-minute rule, which is making it easy, and then second, the path of least resistance. And if you've read the Atomic Habits, this might be familiar with you. So the 2-minute rule is when you don't feel like doing something, just commit to 2 minutes of showing up. If you want to start doing your hot girl walks and getting your steps in, and one day you don't feel like going on your walk, use the 2-minute rule. Just put on your workout clothes. You still don't feel like doing it? Okay, now just walk outside. Just go outside, put your shoes on. At that point, you might as well go. The second one is the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance is all about planning ahead. When it comes to working out, a good thing to do is put your clothes out the night before, lay it out. The next one, like we talked about, is a non-negotiable. So make sure you make that list. What are the things that you do every single day, even if it's for 5 minutes? Make it simple, set the bar low so that hey, every day at least I showed up. At least I did this. It doesn't always have to be for time. I think we all use alarms for waking up, but I also have been using alarms to remind me to eat my dinner and to start winding down. So it's like, girl, go shower and start your evening routine. That has been super helpful. Next system is a reward system, because when you reward yourself, it makes it more enticing. So with a reward system, you're gonna naturally get like dopamine hits from it. And dopamine is that feel-good receptor, right? And so it helps us want to keep things going. So that's why habit trackers work so well. I made up this idea where I had a jar and I just got these really cute pink marbles that looked like jewels. And for every time I went to the gym and I ate myself a healthy meal, I got a couple different colored ones which represented something different. And I did my morning routine. I would just add them to a jar, and you're going to want to see that jar start to fill up. And as it starts to fill up, it just gets exciting. And same with the habit tracker. You just want to keep those boxes going row by row by row. So I would definitely recommend doing those two. Now in the description box, I'll have the marbles that I use and the jar if you feel like that would work for you. I got it off the floor. See, look, it says dinner bookie because I don't be trying to eat late. So that's my alarm. See, I ain't even bullshitting you. That's crazy. I think too, I love the idea of rewarding yourself at the end of each quarter, because you know how we talked about having these quarterly goals, right? And we had 4 major focuses for each quarter. Now imagine rewarding yourself with 4 big girl gifts after, for the whole year, after each quarter. So maybe that's a big girl bag, shoes, a trip, a vacation, a new set of clothes, whatever it is that's in your budget. I love the idea of that. It's gonna make you so excited. Imagine you're I'm not going on this trip until I commit to this and that. I'm not buying myself that really big girl purchase until I make sure I achieved all of my goals for that quarter, and obviously it doesn't have to be perfect. Once you did at least the majority of it, I think you deserve to treat yourself. Okay, another thing that I want you to do today is to fear the cost of falling off. So we're gonna do some math. I want you to calculate how many hours, days, or years that you have already spent avoiding your goals. So for me, this YouTube channel is a great example. Pretty sure I've been wanting to do it for the last 7 years. It's easy to just be like, yeah, I've been wanting to do it, but to actually calculate how many months, weeks, days, years it's been. Okay, does that work? Does that resonate? Let me know if you like that one. Okay, and then the next one is visualize the outcome of showing up versus not showing up. So you can kind of call this a day in the life type of exercise. So in one page, you're gonna write what a day in the life looks like as your dream you. And then on the other page, you're gonna write what life looks like as a you who just cannot reach those goals, who feels stuck and overwhelmed and still doesn't know how to get out of their current circumstances. All right, now this is good because you're going to be like, well, which one do I want? You're going to want that dream use lifestyle, okay? So this is also going to help make it really real. This is a great, this becomes a system because now when you write something down, whether in a document, on your phone, your notes, however it is that you want to write these things down, it becomes a system because now when you don't want to show up, when you feel overwhelmed, when you forget what your why is, you have something to refer to. You now have something to look back on and be like, oh, that is, I would rather that. Because when we're just in the moment and we're like, I don't want to go on that walk, man. I don't want to go to that workout class, man. And you're like, wait, I know what I did. I'm going to practice this 2-minute rule. Or you know what? Tomorrow I need to use the path of least resistance. I need to set my clothes out the night before instead. Or, man, I need to take out that document that I wrote about the ripple effect and how this doesn't just affect me, but it affects my loved ones. The version of you that has everything that they dream of is on the other side, okay? Like, I'm so excited for you. Are you not excited for yourself? If you are excited for your future, hit that like button, okay? Lock it in. And this is gonna help other girlies like you find this video. One small action today can and will change your life tomorrow. So let yourself do one thing after this video to say, signal to the universe, to God, hey, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm committed, and I'm showing up, okay? So we broke down why goals fail, we shifted our mindset, we broke the process down, we adopted a completely new system, and we figured out how to stay consistent even when challenges come up. So now you know exactly how to close that gap between where you are and where it is that you want to be. So this is your time. Stop starting over, okay? You are not stuck. You are not incapable. The only difference between you and people who are actually living the realities that you desire is that they show up. They're consistent. And so now it is your turn to do the same, to show up for yourself and to be consistent because you have the recipe. It's only a matter of getting in the kitchen and cooking it. So all of these steps not only changed my year, but it changed my life. I know exactly how to make small efforts every single day in order to get me closer to that reality. And I know that you can do it too. You are not who you said that you were. You are a completely different person now that you have this awareness. Commit to small, consistent steps, and I promise you, you will never look back. So if this video gave you clarity, if you learned something new, or if you feel like you got a push, you're inspired, you're motivated, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe because we are transforming our lives. We're growing, we're reaching major breakthroughs, having those breakthrough moments, and we're reinventing ourselves in 2025 because this is the year where everything changes, okay? I am rebuilding my entire life. I am transforming from the inside out. I'm on my glow up journey. And so if you resonate with that, if you're a like-minded girly, you're just all about the mindset, your inner power, and having everything that you want, the love, the relationships, the lifestyle, then I'm your kind of girl and you're my kind of girl, okay? So hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up so that other girlies like you can find it and to join our growing community. I see y'all are from all over the world. I love that. We got Poland, we've got Turkey, we've got London, South Africa, Brazil, so my name is Jessie Milani, and I appreciate you so much for watching this video, especially if you stayed until the end. You can follow me and get to know me more on socials at Jessie Milani on Instagram and at Jessie Milani _ on TikTok, okay? I've got those goodies in the description box, so make sure you don't forget to check them out. And I will see you in the next video where we talk about the ultimate glow up guide, okay? It's gonna be right here before I head out, okay? So make sure you click on it and I will see you there. Bye.